Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are ya? My name is Kira Whittemore, and today we're going to be talking about a literary giant, one of many. We are going to be talking about Heinrich Ibsen. Awesome name, right? I know, I agree. But specifically, we're going to be talking about A Doll's House, one of my favorite plays. Real good read. Check it out. Go to the library. Use your little card. It'll be fun. So, at this time, we're gonna have a little cool transition. Don't know what it's gonna be yet, but you'll find out. And we're gonna get a little comfy and a little cozy, get into a cute little nook. Because it's story time. I'm gonna tell you what it's about. See ya! Hi everyone, we're back, and we're going to be talking about our author, Heinrich Ibsen. He was born in 1828, and he is the oldest of 5 siblings. He died in 1906, but he ended up dying from his complications from his strokes that he had about 5 years earlier that left him unable to write, unfortunately. He wrote his very first play called Catalina in 1848. He was married in 1858 to Susanna Daae Thorensen, and they had a son named Sigurd. Fun fact, he actually fathered another child and sent that child money and support, but he never met said child. In 1862, he was exiled to Italy and wrote many, many famous plays. He ended up returning to Norway in 1891, but before he returned to Norway, he wrote Hedda Gabler, which is his second most famous play in 1890. When he came back to Norway, he was known as a literary hero and the father of modern drama. We start the story in Christmas time. Nora has just come back from buying Christmas presents, and Torvald lectures her about money spending. Our backstory is that Nora had taken out a loan in her father's name, basically forgery, to pay for a trip that her husband's doctor prescribed. Krogstad, who also works at the bank, was the foreseer of this loan. So Krogstad decides to blackmail Nora to keep his position at the bank. Nora tells Christine, her best friend from childhood, about the ordeal and also tries to get her to stay. So Christine asks for a job at the bank. So Krogstad and Christine both want a job. So Nora went to talk to Torvald, and Torvald decided to fire Krogstad on the spot and hire Christine. Krogstad was so enraged that he wrote a letter exposing Nora and put it in Torvald's mailbox. So, knowing that the letter was out there, Nora was super nervous. So she went to go talk to Dr. Rank, Torvald's best friend, in which he decided to proclaim his love to her. She instead told Christine afterwards, and she decided to confront Krogstad. Krogstad and Christine used to be together, but she chose another man when it came time to marry. So Christine brought up their relationship as an ultimatum, and they decided to rekindle their relationship. But Krogstad wrote another letter to forgive the loan that Nora had made for herself. And Christine told Krogstad to leave the bad and the good letter in the mailbox to give some honesty to Nora and Torvald's marriage, hoping to heal it. So Torvald reads the first bad letter and flips out on Nora, and Nora sees that Torvald doesn't truly love her. And then he read the good letter and decided that all was forgiven and his reputation was saved, and that was all that mattered. So then was Nora's moment to put everything out on the table about how she felt about Torvald, and she did. We end the play with Torvald crying in his seat in the living room and Nora slamming the door and leaving everything behind. A Doll's House takes place in Norway in 1879 in an upper-middle-class family of the Helmers. And since we are in 1879, we are in the 19th century. And since we're in the 19th century, we are just coming out of the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution brought a lot of change in economics and society. It's specifically focused on the growth of the upper middle class, money being more important than ever, as well as good morals and a patriarchal marriage. Heinrich Ibsen wrote this play to call out the demeaning treatment of women at his time. The story is about the awakening of Nora Helmer, and how she decides to become more independent and her truest self. Now let's move on to our characters. Our main character is Nora Helmer. She's the wife of Torvald. She is stuck as the wife, hates her position, and takes a while to see that she's being oppressed. Torvald Helmer is her husband. He is a huge proponent of authority. He's influenced heavily by society and likes his high status. Now let's meet Krogstad. He's kind of an antagonist, but is kind of just doing what he has to do, honestly. Krogstad is the blackmailer of Nora and oversaw her criminal activity, and he is also Torvald's co-worker at the bank. Christine Lind is Nora's best friend from childhood. She is more of a motherly figure, and she tries to take care of everyone. She's also a rags to riches type of story. Dr. Rank. Dr. Rank is Torvald's very best friend. He's very realistic and stoic, but the biggest moment for him is when he tells Nora that he's been in love with her. Bob, Emmy, and Ivor Helmer. Those three are Torvald and Nora's children. Nora does not spend much time with her children because she doesn't want to hurt her kids or put pressure or pain on them, so she decides to avoid them and get them a nanny, Anne-Marie. She's a very kind woman and loves Nora and her children like her own. And then finally, though not in the play, is Nora's father. He dies from a sickness before the play, and he is held responsible by Nora for making her become a subservient housewife. Hi everyone, I am here with the leading lady. I am here with the Nora Helmer. Oh my gosh, she took time out of her busy schedule to answer a few questions with me. So let's give it up for Nora. Cool transition, here we go. Oh my gosh, hi Nora, how are you today?
Great, how are you?
I am fabulous, thank you for asking. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
No, I don't mind at all.
It will be a series of 9 questions, so let's get started. Let's start with the simple one. Who are you?
I am Nora Helmer, wife of Torvald, mother of Bob, Ivar, and Emmy. My father died before I was married and gave me the role of a subservient woman and ingrained it in my head.
All right, number 2. Where are you?
I am from Norway, no town in particular. I stay in my house and at the bank most of the times. I have gone out Christmas shopping at the beginning of the play. I leave my house and family at the end of the play.
Question 3. What surrounds you?
I am in an upper class home. It is just the right size for my family. I'm surrounded by Krogstad, Christine, Torvald, and our children, Anne-Marie and Dr. Rank.
What time is it?
It is 1879 in the 19th century under Victorian England influence.
All right, question 5. What is the given circumstance?
My father died before I was married and signed me off to Torvald in a business-type manner. I am complicit with my surroundings and circumstance until the end of the play. I have taken out a loan for a vacation to Italy to save Torvald's life, due to the doctor's instruction. This loan was signed by my father's signature by me, so it's forgery. I have been using the money I get from Torvald to pay back the loan and also doing jobs in secret.
What is your relationship to the people that you mentioned before?
Well, Torvald is my husband, and we have a sham of a marriage. He wants me to be a typical 19th century wife. I don't want to. We keep many secrets from each other. My children and I are in a good relationship, but I don't want to hurt them with my secrets and my feelings toward being a mother and wife. So I tend to stay away from them. Krogstad is my husband's co-worker, and he helped me with the loan. He blackmails me so he can keep his job with that information. Christine Lind is my childhood friend who used to be with Krogstad, but chose another man. She uses their relationship.
Would you say that it was an ultimatum?
Yes. Ultimatum to get Krogstad to stop blackmailing me.
Ah.
I also tried to get her a job at Torvald's bank, which results in Krogstad being fired. Anne Marie is our nanny. She is a very good woman who cares about our entire family. Dr. Rank is my husband's best friend who is in love with me, and I don't reciprocate.
Reciprocate, right?
Yes.
That means you don't love him back, right?
Right.
Okay,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry. Like, my brain's a little wonky today.
Wonky. Very 19th century. Thank you. All right, Miss Nora. What do you want?
I want to pay off my loan and get Krogstad to stop blackmailing me while keeping this all from my husband and society. I also want to get out of my horrible marriage.
Question 8. What's in your way of getting what you want?
Krogstad and Torvald are my main obstacles. And the fact that I am a woman in a place that is mainly driven by forces of societal placement and money.
All right, Nora, are you ready for our last question?
Of course I am.
All right. What do you do to get what you want?
Well, I first tried to keep Krogstad in his position by talking with my husband, but he gets angry and hires Christine. I do secret jobs to pay the loan. I tell a few friends what I'm going through. I ask for help from Dr. Rank, but with no avail. I show my husband's true colors so I understand how horrible my marriage is. And I leave him.
Well, good for you, Nora. Thank you so much for this lovely interview. I hope you get everything that you wish for, and I'm so proud of you for leaving your horrible, horrible husband. Amen to that. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hi, my name is Kira Whittemore, and I will be performing as Nora in A Doll's House by Ina Gibson. Isn't there one thing that strikes you as strange in our sitting here like this? We've been married now 8 years. Does it not occur to you that this is the first time we two, you and I, husband and wife, have had a serious conversation? In all of these 8 years, longer than that, from the very beginning of our acquaintance, we have never exchanged a word on a serious subject. And I'm not speaking about business matters. I say that we have never sat down in earnest together to try to get to the bottom of anything. You've never understood me. I have been greatly wrong, Torvald, first by Papa and then by you. You have never loved me. You have only thought it pleasant to be in love with me. I was simply transferred from Papa's hands into yours. You arranged everything according to your own taste, and so I got the same taste as you, or at least I pretended to. Sometimes I'm really not quite sure which. I sometimes think one and then the other. And when I look back on it, it seems as if I had been living here like a poor woman, just from hand to mouth. I have existed merely to only perform tricks for you, Torvald. But you would have it so. You and Papa have committed a great sin against me. It's your fault that I have made nothing of my life. Thank you.